Hey all, this is Xenoxis. Welcome back to more Vampire Survivors. This is episode 21, and today, as I said, we're gonna do the Mozzarella stage, Mozzarella factory. Then after that, we're gonna do the Westwoods stage, and then after that, if we have time, we're gonna do the Metaru stage as well. So yes, and of course we are gonna do a thing first though, because it's the only way to actually get it supposedly, just from what I've heard, because I've seen from what people talked about on the beta about the patch and stuff that, you know, so specifically for them, it doesn't seem like you can hide ones that you already have. But for example, when you read what it says about the what is it? It's specifically about the sword, right? Spell the ruler's word. So you go here, ruler sword. Yeah, unlock ruler sword because it basically is like spell the ruler's word. So it's called ruler sword, so you spell ruler sword, and it is called like that in certain Castlevania games. But of course, I forgot if its first appearance was in a normal Castlevania game, or if the first appearance was actually in Symphony of the Night and stuff like that, because the first one you're supposed to encounter is in the chapel. But of course, if you do the wolf thing, you know, you transform into wolf, you jump up, you transform into wolf, and you transform it and you press it down on the jump button. You do a dive kick on the candle, and then you can get up, you know, and get into Orlok's quarters early. Where you go to the side and you go into, you know, where Minotaur and Werewolf is. But yeah, there is a sword as well. Stuff that. But yeah, but that's the only way to actually get the ruler sword and stuff like that, you know. And also certain other ones that are very, very obvious. This one actually doesn't require a specific character. But it requires you to do in Gala Tower as the stage, because you build a tower inside another, for example. Yeah, and this one actually required you to have the actual sword, the cat battle with 6 swords forged to slay vampires. You do that basically, like you need the victory sword, actually this. We're just doing this just to have them all available here and stuff that, just to have all those available. Then we have that. We have those locked. Yeah, you cannot lock the academy badge. You have all of those locked. Right, and the anti-chamber stuff is not locked. Yeah, so you can see then all the stuff that's in the anti-chamber. We can have those locked actually, for now at least. So they don't show up, so I don't spoil the things in the thing. You know, we don't want those things to get spoiled, so to speak. So yes. So the first run we do, we're gonna do it with, of course, with a certain character. But yeah. All right, let's just get the ruler sword. Yeah. So the weird thing is, one thing that I tried to think about, because when we did that co-op run that we did last. The thing is that if you go over and use the regular characters here, for example, the only ones that actually have a starting Arcana from the actual quote-unquote default characters is, of course, I'm gonna see if the AI was correct on a certain thing here and stuff that. Yeah, the Heart of Fire from Avatar Infernus. And then of course Queen Stigma technically starts with a certain Arcana as well, except it doesn't say which one it is. But yeah, now technically from the newer like characters that came out. Well, I mean, some of these were actually part of certain DLC. So like, you know, because you know, there were very, very few characters that were the quote-unquote default characters in the game and stuff that, you know, but yeah. that's interesting. Increase spawn thing by default. And none of the, for the first DLC, for the Legacy of the Mount Moon spell, there were no like specific ones that started with a specific thing. And then we had the characters that are from the second one, which is of course the whole Tides of Death of Scaria and stuff like that. And we had of course the Among Us stuff, and all of those got the thing as well. And the horses in different colors there. And of course we had the guns DLC, and of course we had the Castlevania DLC, but then of course the Castlevania DLC, Riktig Belmont starts with Divine Bloodlines, Julius Belmont starts with Heart of Fire, John Morris starts with Arcana 7 Iron Blue Will. Oops, that jumped very far down actually. Damn it. Silver Medallion starts with Yellow Crystal. Julia Lafrez starts with Arcana 6, Band of Healing. Gary Fernandez starts with Extra Arcana 11, Walls of Pearls. Balonna starts with Tragic Princess. Ronaldo Gandolfini starts with Gemini. And Habuka starts with Twilight Requiem. Reinhard Snyder starts with Arcana 16 Slash. So there's a lot of characters that has the Skull of Gold from Vincent Torian, which is of course the shopkeeper guy. Silent Old Sancher from Lista Tepes. Out of Bounds for Saint Germain. Nathan starts with Awake. Yeah, Ebony Dialogue, that is just the... Ebony Dialogue is not a specific thing, but it's just the spells that you can choose between, from Ebony Dialogue, yeah. Ja, det gjorde meme, Jonathan Charlotte. Jag bladar stormarna för Browner. Graham Jones starts with Wicked Season. Yeah, there's a lot of the Castlevania characters that has different, Oh, that's Arcana. That's 18, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, 17. That's 17, yeah. Lost and Found Painting. Succubus starts with Boogaloo or Viloogaloo. So that I'm just, trying to check, how many actually has the things, yeah, And Chaos has, is that all the Arcanas, I think? 5, 6, yeah. But that means that Chaos cannot level up at all. But Chaos has ridiculous stats. I think those are actually the max stats in the game. Right, for certain of stats and stuff. Yeah. Even without eggs, like, it is ridiculous. But yeah, minus on the growth, of course, obviously, so yeah, Anyway, let's do with what is the character? Because maybe we can do that thing at the same time. What is the character? See, Apunta. Extra explosive power. I don't know what they look like though, so yeah. But anyway, we're gonna choose C Apunta Belpace. That starts with the thing, of course. And then we go with the stage, the Mozzarella stage. But let's go with the actual stage for the actual. What is it? Actually, why is it set to the... Oh, right, because I'm using the character, that's why it's set to that music. And because that's the default music on the stage. So hyper here, hurry. But yeah, we can use hurry mode. I think, yeah. And endless, not limit break. I don't think you need to do on in burst though. It's alright. So do we just get awake immediately? Nah. Let's go with Hail from the Future. Yeah, her gun is not particularly good though. Wait, she does have the gun levels up with the bracer, yeah, I need to remember that. We could just get something from here. Oh, the case actually does show up as being... The question is about how you roll, Colin the Lobodo is nice, so let's go with Matter Stone. Normally right. Yeah, it does remember the sound of music is on the highest, but I'm actually recording with 18 on today. Okay. And the reason, for example, if you wonder, like, oh, why am I interested with what character starts with why am I interested in the character that starts with the whole, why am I interested in the characters that start with the like Arcana thing, and stuff that I'm gonna check because I know that I've evolved way more weapons here and stuff that, So, yeah. So do I only have the shop weapons that I need? It seems like it. When it shows because I've had that weapon evolved, or I had a correct weapon for it. So it is with the Glorious Moon, that thing. Okay. have any... We do start with 1 revive though, which is important, but you know... But the thing is, I feel like the question is... Actually, both the guns would be good actually if we can get... I'm trying to be a bit careful here, because the thing is that if we get too powerful, the enemy will just die. Yeah, we're actually going with the platinum orb here. Yeah, we might have done a mistake. A horrible mistake. Did that just drop? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we just get it. Yeah, see. Okay. It's so good. So now, well, otherwise now we don't need to worry as much. We still need healing though, I'm guessing. Yeah. It's just because we have more enemies than normal. Right. Let's just go with candelabra over here because, you know, candelabra. That's a chest, that was actually good. Okay, so wait, with the black whip we need a greed. We need a greed with that. Right. And we need a clover. And we also need the for the crystal we need what do we need for the crystal? Or does the crystal just evolve on its own? Right, the crystal need Chromos Mon, okay, good. Getting Chromos Mon now would be a bit risky. We get Clover because Clover we of course needed. Oops. Because from what I remember reading, they said that, oh, you have to go a very specific way, but I feel like that's untrue, like you have to go where the columns are or whatever weird thing. Just that sure there are columns there, for example, so, you know. Get back again. Yeah, we might just die here because we didn't select the awake thing and stuff that, you know. You just get to the right now. Man, I would love to get both of the guns though. Damn it, let's just go garlic. Maybe garlic can keep us enough safe actually. Because then we need Pomerol here. No, my fight money. We still have one more right though. Just the Chromos mana, and I'm not going to get that yet. There's just a laurel hanging out here, okay? Yeah, that's very useful. I said again, I don't want to try and get too powerful. But yeah, the whole having more enemies can use backfire on this stage because it's very. Yeah, we're just gonna need it. We're gonna need. We're just gonna need a revive here. Awake. So we get more revivals, and each revival will just give us more. Right, and we need a Karamas mana, as I said, if we want to go with that. Otherwise, whip-wise, yeah, we don't have the greed yet. We need a greed if we want to evolve that whip specifically. Because I don't think greed was on the stage. No, it doesn't seem like it. Because yeah, I've made the thing walk before, but I've never like made it like walk off skin or whatever, right? Because it is very, very easy to kill it and stuff like that, you know. Just back with. Jetpack whip. And do we use roll for the greed after that is the question, you know. There's the snow mask. There's pillars again. Though. Maybe we need to kill the dancers. Actually, I know where the dancers go to. Actually, oops. Went right into that big guy. I thought we can use like go to whatever the mech is and stuff that like because that's usually also I've never thought that I went to a very specific way to get to the mech or whatever, you know. There it is. Yeah, because there are pillars here. 4 pillars. And then yeah, there are pillars here, so technically yeah, the pillars need to. Hello, can you please stop moving? Oh Lord, here we come. Do we need to see him walk off is the question. Man, that would be great with the... That can give us max health though. Where's the healing one? The healing field. What's it called again? Or do we just go with call the Mad Moon otherwise? Which is the one that does the field? Because this is not the field. That's just healing is doubled. Yeah, there we go. affected by a mountain magnet. No, don't hit it from all that way, goddammit. Alright, because that's how you get to those things. Garlic, how many more revives? Okay. I'm going to go and get these to attack the orb here. And get another wing. Don't. I'm just so scared that we're just gonna kill it and then, you know. So let's get that countless mono now, actually. Got it. I forgot which one goes with the thing, so... No, it's alchemy whip that goes with that, yeah. It's frozen, you don't get too close. I don't want to pick up the axe yet though, by the way. Please resume walking. Please. Do we actually need to see it leave the building? Yeah, it's almost at its furthest point. Ooh. I just faced another direction. You heard the secret song there. Goodbye, massive giant. Oh, is this something? Is there something hidden outside there? Factory, like, where does he? Alright. Or is that how you actually get the clock lancet on this stage? Thank you, Mr. Giant Robot. And then the giant robot went to destroy the entire way. Alright, and now you can just go through. That's actually pretty cool. Right, and now we can just go and get everything. Right, and we'll go and get the... attack the orb. I was getting crazy the final minute. We should have... There we have 3 revives to steal. won't not survive the entire... Yeah, that's it, that stage clear basically. I don't know, so let's survive. But now things should be easier now. Yeah. And we can get the Revolver now if we want to. Yeah, let's just get one bonus. Oh, there's the gold one. I think those are the ones that she needs to find, maybe. So that's one. Like otherwise she needs to find 9. I think it's the specific gold chest that she needs to find. Because nothing of these are showing like a gold chest. So those are the chests that she actually needs to find. And I don't know what the quote-unquote things are that she quote-unquote needs to destroy. Whatever, because I don't think the things exist in a big abundance on this stage. And there's that, there's a cannon box over here. Let's just get this must be a tornado because we know that we need the thing with it. The thing. Okay, let's just get that. Cross casualty. Alchemy whip. Is the axe still out? Oh, somewhere. But is this whip on the stage naturally? I don't know, maybe they whip the Mozzarella, they're like, you're on me. You're such a naughty Mozzarella. I think you can see it has the grand cross effect on the platinum orb. That's not where the path is. I mean, the path should still stay right from where the robot was. Here's technically where the robot was. It's not that. So we should just be able to go down to where the axe is here. I don't know why there's some whip here now. I don't know if the whip was ordinary on the stage. I mean, there's no way we... like that you just spawn it, no? But there is of course no gold and silver in on the stage, so no. let's get the minecarts. Let's just get level 8 here first. And we get the that means it's going to play level is above level 8. The amount increases with respawn enemies. So right, so that's why it works with Chroma's mana, so it gets stronger the more enemies you have. So like if you have a ton of enemies, it just gets stronger. Okay. The funny thing is, this character of course is the same as the other. Ooh. Or we can go with the Goddess Moon. Yo. But maybe you will also play on the stage until she finds all the ones that she needs. But maybe it's just easier to do on certain other stages, you know, stuff like that. Because she looks more polygonal than anything, if that makes sense. So maybe they're gonna do polygonal versions of more of the characters and stuff like that. One thing that would be cool though, if, you know, I've seen a bunch of the Mega Bonk videos, you know, the Texas stuff and stuff like that. Like a Mega Bonk looks really funny, but, you know, I would prefer getting it on the console if it comes out. But of course, the problem is there's a lot of survival games that are just not coming out on console because sometimes the development team for a lot of the survivor-esque games, whatever, I don't know if you want to call survivors a genre because not all the survival games are the same. There's also that thing, the Ball XP or whatever you call it, which is actually on console and stuff that, you know. So it actually looks like a bit of a, you know, like a... It is technically a survival game, but it's more like a mix of like, you know, I think it was called Arcanas, but it's based on Breakout. I think the original was called Breakout, where you control a pad at the bottom, kind of like in Pong, but instead there are like bricks that you need to destroy basically and stuff like that, you know. And the bricks doesn't move like downwards or anything, but there are bricks at the top and you need to destroy them all, you know, and if you like lose a ball, you lose like a life or whatever, right? You know, stuff like that. And the thing is, in Breakout I forgot to do a power-up, so that if that didn't happen until Arcanoid, because they had Arcanoid on the Amiga 500 and stuff like that. Yeah, Arcanoid had like power-ups and stuff like that, and there was a very, very powerful power-up that you could get, or basically like a laser, so you could actually shoot. So you still had to, you know, keep an eye out for the balls and stuff like that, but you could also shoot. Plus you had the laser power up and stuff like that, which made it like absolutely insane and stuff like that, so yeah. But getting to some other wheels here is of course a bit annoying and stuff like that, so yeah. There we go. And that's all the pickups that can come on stage. I'm zooming in though. I kind of wish that you could somehow tell which drops are supposed to be the special drops that you need to collect. Or will we have music play, or will we just get the Arcana automatically if we actually do the thing? Because I know that Yasunta is for a specific, like a segment or whatever, right? But it's just that she needs to find special things, basically. This is the upper version of the weapon, the Gamma Stove. Fire unorthodox projectiles. Right, and you're gonna see what they mean with. No. I wonder if you can already see it. Maybe not though. Oh yeah, that has a vacuum effect. And the field is now so big. That's absolutely insane. And I mean, our money doesn't really matter because we can go above the maximum and stuff that, you know. The main problem, of course, why you would want to like very high movement speed, for example, from doing a bunch of eggs. But I kind of wish that they added something instead where they added different colored eggs. So instead of golden eggs, like imagine if there were something so you could use to decide what stat and focus on the weapon. For that you had alternative ways to increase certain stats, you know, stuff that instead of having to get the golden eggs. You know. But yeah, but imagine if there was something like the Mega Bonk, but like Vampire Survivors, and actual like Vampire Survivors, but actual like 3D or whatever, right, you know. I don't know, technically in the Vampire Survivor engine, if it's possible to actually make like a polygon stage where you control things in 3D and stuff that, you know. If that would be possible, because I forgot what engine it mounts on, you know, and stuff that, you know. Is it done like in Unity, for example, Vampire Survivors? Because you know Unity is of course what I think, isn't it both Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone is done in Unity as well? If I'm remembering things correctly. So like Unity has, you know, you can do some pretty crazy things. There's like a lot of like way more games than people think that are done in Unity. And stuff like that, so, but I think originally Heroes of the Storm was not supposed to be in Unity. I believe it was supposed to be in the Warcraft engine. Or maybe it was in the Starcraft engine. So, okay, so now we have the level 8 version of the... Right, so the next chest should be able to give us the evolution of the... you know, all the spellbook there. There we go. And technically you could say that this is limit breaking, but basically all the walls now will just be comebacks here. So technically with curse, right, since there are more enemies with curse, technically this weapon would get stronger from said thing as well. So curse. And we have no curse. Still, of course, they scale with your level as well, you know, stuff like that, and we don't really have the greatest weapons in the world. But keep in mind also that when it comes to something like the garlic, for example, although I would love to see a super, you know, like ultra instinct version of Poe, you know, because with Poe what they could do, for example, is they could have a version of Poe that starts hidden like both a hidden garlic and maybe a hidden like unholy whisper and stuff like that, and then you could get more of them. Okay. So let's go and get to chest as well here. Because that should be another evolution. Yeah, so this is Venus Crescent Union of Summon Spirit. Yeah. Oh, that looks cool. Alright, so it is the Gorgeous Moon effect, but it's even more insane. But that's actually... that's freaking cool, actually. And does it look like Richter even when you're not using Richter is the question. Yeah. But it's very, very hard to see. Yeah, because imagine that if you had a tracking system in this way you could choose to track certain secrets, for example, used so you could track its progress, you know, whatever, right, you know. Yeah. I mean, we could still theoretically get candy boxes even though luck isn't super high. Oh, there's a candy box, speaking of. Actually, can we get that from there? Okay. So yeah, we don't have Grand Cross, so we're gonna go sample out here. I mean, technically Alchemy Whip can... No. Ran out of the Terajutsu. Terajutsu is no longer there, so we cannot evolve it with this. Yeah. That's a bit bad. Yeah, you cannot earn the Terajutsu again, technically, right? But since we have the effect, does that mean that we can pull in the thing that we need? I wonder if it is the golden treasure chest that they actually need and stuff like that also that we need to find 9 of. Because that seems to be rather ridiculous if that's the case. It is Labora. So now we could technically get the Hydro Stone with that. So we will need one more candy box. But yeah, let's just walk around because maybe we will just collect stuff, you know. Oh, Mario is good though. That counts, so we can just gain more levels. Because what I think it is supposed to be is that it's supposed to be the candle lights that she actually needs to find. That is actually the specific candles that she needs to find. And here is the hail from the future that actually makes there be so much stuff on the stage. Because all of those things can appear from the thing. course it's very nice and everything, but you know, there are some issues with it, of course. Now technically we could already just stop the stage if we really want to and stuff like that, but I would love to do it on one stage. So maybe there are just stages where it's supposed to be easier, you know, stuff like that. Or we haven't even gone through the dances yet. Maybe we have killed them on mistake because we don't see them. Because so yeah, so if you chase the dancer, you chase the dancers into the room over here. Into this room. Basically. Oh, they're still there. Do they don't? Yeah. They're in here, for example, like, and you use follow the dancer, and there should be another dancer in the other room, and both of them drop like a relic. So yeah, you basically chase them down to the very side room and stuff there. You can get one more while there. Okay, and I think the side room is actually to the north of here. But it's right over there. So it might be that we need to go north first, actually. I forgot exactly how we got there, which is why it's very, very good to chase them. Oh right, we need to... Do we need to go from here then? Yeah. This is where it is. And this is where you would get the other one here once they're in the side rooms. Let's just go take the speed here for a while. Crazy used because it just pulled in a bunch of things and that's what gave you the use. So you can see something because sometimes it pulls in that you can clearly tell that sometimes it does pull in. Yeah, the goal you see. You saw the healing numbers there and stuff like that, so yeah. There's another thing nearby. There's also a chest. There's another golden chest. Huh? That's a bit weird. Did it actually give us an inflator? No. Am I at the maximum weapon slots then? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Because that very, very clearly looked like it gave us an inflator. Wait, what killed us there? We weren't dead there, huh? No, the thing spawned. All of those items spawned on the stage. That's what actually happened. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, X spawned. Nobody else spawned. So where's the room tracer? I don't really see where it is. Where it is. But that has only been the second golden chest, and that just seems ridiculous that if it's just gonna take that long time for a golden chest to solve. Or is it used like you just gain an insane amount of X somewhere and then you just do it quick? Is that the way you're supposed to do it, right? You know, so that it's used, you know. Have we gotten it already, or is it a specific golden chest that she needs? Or is she meant to use a certain arcana to get the things quicker? Let's just exit the stage. But yeah, because that didn't give us anything there. Stuff that. But yeah, but the thing should be unlocked, right? Because we did hear the specific sound for it and stuff that. Even though it didn't show up as a thing. Yeah, there we go, Torino. Evolves into Minotaur at level 16 and into Tori at level 36 retaliates. Okay, good. And now we should just yeah, have the anti-chamber things be unlocked. Wait, can we see the golden chest and do they actually show up here as a thing? Somewhere? Yeah, because it was from Call of the Mad Moon, right? Yeah, I think it was. But golden chests... Yeah, so is our golden chest an actual thing? Does it show up here then? Maybe? No? You would think that all of the different chests would show up in here and stuff that, you know, like you would have the different chests and you could just, you know, decide to just have certain chests locked, you know, or whatever, right, you know? Yeah, find 10 golden treasure chests from the Punta's ability in a single run. Right, and it's called... can find extra explosive props that might drop treasure chest. Can destroy light sources by touching them. So the... Okay, so it's explosive props that might drop treasure chest. So do... do the prop actually show up here? So that I could use, you know, does experience gem, gold coin, coin bag, rich coin bag, treasure chest, rosary. Yeah, because you can see, for example, you could get rid of floor chicken, get a clover, little clover, re-rollo, goldfinger. Yeah, there's the friendship amulet. There's the masquerade. There's the Newton Bomb Castlevania map. Okay, so let's do the next round then. So I believe you have to be Shulare to do it. And we don't want to go with the crazy stats on him. Right, and we go to Westwoods, which just has that music by default. Yeah. Because you can see that would have the Dancing Widow as this music, so Westwoods. So apparently you're supposed to actually be able to buy the thing that you need in the stage. Do you select Awaken? Said yes. But I don't think we select any of these. I mean, we know what Valma Way needs. Get the Valma Way. Storm can cross. You can see there's a lot of luck here. Stuff that's, yeah. No, we could also get this, but nah. Let's use ban some things as well. Spanish, Santos Custos. Yeah, we could use to have made this easier used if we would have banished certain things. Can cross. Storm. So we need the Santa Water, of course, obviously. We need the Santa Water, we will need a knife. Right, we need a cross. We will need the bracer, of course, when it shows up. And we technically already need clover. Right, yeah. So we need a tractor orb as well. Right, we need the Santa Water with that. And with the knife we need the bracer. There, just the ordinary knife. Not that. I'm gonna try and focus on getting the things first that we specifically need. Get Hyperstorm. Again, cross. Get the cross. Good. Any stones? Unlucky. Oh, that's bad because there's a lot of curse immediately. This area. We have a bunch of revivals though. So did we go with the thing? Yeah, we did go with the Awakened King. We need bracers, of course, obviously. We need ooh, lucky! Yo! Really? Really, man? Really let that happen? Did he just spawn on top of me or did I just walk into him because I was so fast? There. Don't miss out. Your secretary now. I forget my different. Basically what you do here basically is spin the wheel 10 times. On my way. Alright, we cannot see the knife at this point, so we need to do some of the unions first. So we need to attract the orb. But yeah, we need to attract the orb. Yeah, attract the orb is what we need. And we will need Chroma's mom again. But I don't want to take that too early, of course, obviously. And my one will need a knife, of course, but we cannot use the knife yet because, you know, we need to do the union things. Cross. Chroma's mama, it might be very, very risky to take it though. I cannot say no to the Terra though because, you know. The Terra of course has extra value when we have the you know, the thing, the awake, the number 4. Do we have them already? Yes. Killer Stone, because that didn't require max Chroma's mana or anything. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Galu Oviluchus. We go with the Bull Evolutions because obviously because, you know. Alright, we already did get to the next area. I mean, and I like the fact that the dice can show up and give you like more rerolls and stuff like that, so yeah. Goes into water. So this leads to where the cat is. most of that. But we don't want to pick up the cat yet, of course, obviously. But we want to pick up the luck here. That's actually here on Clover. Get Clover again here. Because maybe his effect is affected by luck, so maybe if you're lucky, you won't get the bad rolls, you know. And I believe that he keeps gaining more and more luck also as well, you know, so, you know. There's some luck, just attack the orb. And I think I remember which one is the actual one thing that goes with the garlic, you know. Pomarola, cross, attack the orb. Over Razor. Oh, that's not all of them. Maybe there was already in the first place where we could have gotten more. It looks like it would be just... I think we need to be able to go further there to reach it. But yeah, why can't the D's show up? Why can't you track where the clovers are? Except for on the map, like why couldn't they show up as, you know, actual things? I almost picked up the cat by mistake now. You're lucky! Right, so we probably need to advance further then to get to that one. And I'm guessing the one over there is probably on the other side then. Yes, I'm guessing the other things are going to be over here then. I'm 91% like, but I'm guessing that's because he's still in lucky mode when he's moving like super quick, you know. So it actually makes that would actually make it so that this guy would have like absolutely insane luck. Limit breaking potential, I feel like, you know. Okay, so we got Labora. And that's of course gonna mix with the Hydrostorm, which we have max of. And the cross and the regular cross should be able to become the, you know, the other thing. Wicked season. Yeah, hopefully that's not too early for Wicked season though. Yo, Hydroplump key for climax, good. So we need a knife, of course, as I said. But we also want garlic. Mama. Banish required. We need to make sure also that we don't banish any of these by mistake, like the neutron bomb or any of those, because we might be able to actually, because of this guy's luck, we might actually be able to get infinite amount of weapons, you know, if it's possible, even though, of course. Okay, so that's that. Vill från där går banish. Not to banish. Ura banish. Okay, so Gaia banish. We couldn't banish any of those other things there. No. Yeah, let's just use an extra passive then. And maybe there's a limit to how many weapons you can have, so like if you get too many passives, maybe you cannot have as many weapons. Yeah, technically we could banish Pentagram, because I think that Pentagram was the only thing that went with that book thing here. Yeah. So we know that this needs the knife, which is why we need a knife next. We also know what the ice band was, right? What do you do with the ice band when the ice band required the rune tracer? Yeah, let's get the ice band then. Just the knife. Excellent. Right, and we need to get the rune trace eventually. And then we need to get the garlic as well, because the garlic goes with yeah, because this just makes sense. But the weapon doesn't even show up, huh? Why doesn't the weapon show up here? Don't I even have the weapon unlocked then? That's weird, because it's the frog book that goes with the garlic, which kind of makes sense. Because the friends like their frogs, you know, when they like the garlic, you know, and stuff like that, you know. And I know the escargot, the snails as well, you know, so... So ice band, so yeah, we need to go to advance on the stage, and I believe it has already triggered like the weaker enemies now. Just like that. So yeah, we're gonna go up towards these and get the luck here as well. Before we... How many more revives? We have 3 revives left. So, you know, there is a bit of a risk, you know, of course, obviously, you know. We got the super luck. Oh, yeah. Right, so we should be able to get the luck over here. And please give us a chest, please, Mr. Big thing with the scary spade weapon. What is this, like Alice in Wonderland? Oh, there's a chest down there somewhere. I'm right, Hopefully that is an evolution chest. Oh, come on. Yo, legendary. Yo, it has an edge. We can just choose something, so... Do the frogs even show up? No. Then the frogs don't even show up. But don't we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, all the weapon slots are full. God damn it. No, wait, it's not over yet. We have to skip this though. Right, so what we need to do is when they join the union, we need to be at the shopkeep here. When they unionize. And then we need to pick up the Anura here. And I don't know why the Anura didn't show up, like why we don't have the Anura on the main game thing. And here they don't have the locked icon, which I think is very, very weird. Like, why is the icon for that like locked? You know, makes no sense. Yeah, we have a lot of curse now, so you know. I think our weapons aren't super powerful yet, of course, because you know. We haven't missed any chests, right? I don't think so. No. But it seemed like there would be some luck over here. I just went through a bunch of enemies, that was really bad. Just die now. We did freeze them though. At least there are a bunch of healing items here, but goddammit. Nice. Please. Ah! Yeah, I think that's the last survive. That's the last survive. Come on. Come on, stay in the... Ah! No. Yeah, that's it. And we didn't even clear the stage. But that should still be that thing unlocked, though. Right, and you know. Yeah, a lot of it is because of the whole shaman stuff that, because it's just like, yeah, you increase the enemies by 100 by it, and like the Chromas one, there might have been a mistake there as well, you know, most of that, you know. And yeah. Sometimes there's used that certain characters are either used like weak because we didn't use the eggs or whatever, right, you know, like certain characters aren't super strong. So it's minus 5% cooldown, the thing that's normally the thing, yeah. Because, yeah. Use a weapon 2.5% faster, and it's for like 5% faster, so yeah. Spoopy. Right, so that gives us a Catino. You can always find Servarots equal to log 10. Wait. That's absolutely busted. Max 10 times. So what is it, the amount of golden eggs times 10? Or like you can get a maximum 10 because... Okay, so Servarot, let me actually explain this. Because... Servarot is... I don't know if they even show up here. The Servarot. Do they actually show up here? It's not this. Because this is technically part of the antechamber, actually, is what it's actually supposed to be part of. I forgot what it looks like. I think there is a specific icon for it. Because that's used to re-roll, oh, that's not what it's called. And stuff that's, yeah, so I don't think there is a symbol for it in the game, which is a bit weird. And stuff that you would think there would be a symbol for it. And stuff that, but yeah. But it's actually part of the Balatro stuff, actually. So, I mean, we did do some of the evolves here, of course, obviously. We did do the hydro pump climax. We did do the arc angle. And stuff that's, yeah. And we do have the frog here. So, how can the frog show up here and then we didn't have the frog showing up at all? Like, why is that a thing? We didn't banish the frog. But we didn't banish it. I don't think we did. That seemed like really, really weird. Like, why was the frog like that? I was almost just thinking about, oh, you just go and get the things, you know, stuff like that, but yeah. But we need to use the next characters, so using a skip. Has a chance to trigger a Survarot draft. So he benefits a lot from skips. So let's go with the next character then. And let's go to the actual Palato stage. Which is part of the Friends Survivor thing here. And stuff that. So maybe you're meant to play this stage in co-op. Because this stage is a bit... I mean, hyper, of course, increases core bonus and movement speed, but that also makes it so that enemies move faster. Same thing, like hurry mode can actually make the game harder as well. So yeah, so let's do the antechamber in the Balatro. Now, the good thing on the Balatro stage, of course, is that yeah, we will probably just need a wake from the very start though. Wait. No. Do I somehow not? Alright, because I deselected hyper mode. Because this hurry mode is twice the clock speed. Yeah. And hyper mode of course gives you the bigger goal bonus. And yeah, you start without the Saboteur always on the antechamber stage, yeah. So let's not put awake. We could get, because we didn't do the Valma way last time, we didn't do the ice band either, right? No, we didn't do the ice band either. About we will see. We could get golden eggs here also. Nah. You know, we do have a bunch of rerolls. Let's just go with Magic Stone here. Attack the orb. Xenoxis splits. Because I want to try and get as much of the Balatro weapons here as possible. So you know, the only one I also have is the Fire one, the 777 thing. And I know that Magic Stone isn't part of it and stuff there, but it feels like the Magic Stone is fitting because it belongs to the gambler guy. And stuff that, you know. And the music on the stage, of course, is really, really good, you know. Yeah, let's just get out Saboteur there. And there are some things we can pick up. Now, here's the thing, the card-looking things here, they can be really, really hard to get to because I haven't even figured out the map completely yet, because there's a bunch of things where there are like just things blocking you to go to certain places, you know, and stuff that, you know, and it's like very, very annoying at times. Magic Stone. Magic Stone, because one thing you can see here, for example, is that all the Balato weapons will require the outer Saboteur thing to level to like evolve the weapons and stuff that, you know. It's actually pretty decent. And I used to think that, what you're supposed to do is just, you know, just rush for the things, you know. So I do think it might be true, but if it's possible here, maybe we just go and get Silver Ring immediately, just because the Silver Ring is not a big deal, even though it will spawn a Guardian, stuff that, and you know, the Guardians can be like really, really scary. Next up. Yeah, we still haven't seen the other thing yet though. Yeah, Terra is Jester's get it. Yeah, there's the Infernolato. Fibonacci Spirit. Or Spirits or whatever. Infernolato. That was a bit scary though. Duplicator. I feel like Duplicator is gonna put in work with these weapons. Yeah, there's another Duplicator, good. Fibonacci Spirits, Fibonacci Spirit, oh, that goes to 9, okay. Yeah, and the other thing goes to 9 as well. Center Water we did already do, so let's just spend a Center Water. Maybe you can already evolve. But we can get the fries looking thing. It's actually supposed to be fire, you know, but still. Not because we already did the Grand Cross, we did the Center Water. We've done that. But it is weird that the frog doesn't show up here. Oh right, because we haven't done the frog evolution. That's why it doesn't show up. Attack the orb. A Magic Stone. And Infernolato. And we probably need actually the Auto Saboteur to be maxed out. Yeah, so this is more like the Mad Forest thing when you get surrounded by stuff, you know. Auto Saboteur. A garlic, please. Yeah, that means that we will pick up Mozzarella if we see it. I'm actually gonna go down again. Actually, do we have it? No, we don't have that maxed out yet, but I'm gonna see if we can get it without. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get the frog already now instead. Because we're so close to that. So I feel right, the stage is probably more doable if you don't pick up the things. Because here's the thing, right, all the cards, the things it gives you, basically they work like Arcanas. They are very, very similar to Arcanas. Except there's different character cards. And the character cards will go to the side of these basically, right, like right here. Like if I don't have that selected, for example, if we just do this, it will go to the side here, or where the Arcanas are, and there will be like characters and stuff like that, and they have like really, really powerful effects. But they also like increase enemy spawns. Like the amount of enemies, I believe, and the damage they do. So it's actually like a strong curse effect, if that makes sense. So let's get the frogs. So that we could also get the one more way if we want to, but now I'm gonna do this first. And we need to make sure that we go with the Mozzarella when we find it again. Right, and garlic. Yo. Do we get it already? I think we do. I just gain a bit more level to garlic here. Yeah, garlic. Now the thing that's cool with garlic is actually the garlic is damage over time, but it has like a special like an effect to it, if that makes sense. Like I believe that what is it? It's magnet, right, that makes it stronger technically. Like the more magnet you have, like the stronger it gets technically. Or is it just candelabrador that affects it? I know that candelabrador of course does affect like the size and stuff there. Yeah. Let's just get this, boom. So yeah, we should of course focus on the outer or the outer saboteur if we get it, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah. Vanish. It's fine. Yeah. Because we've already done those. And what they do say that Ice Band went with again, Ice Band goes with Rune Tracer, yeah. I mean, I really want Empty Tome. So the thing that's good with the Empty Tome is I believe it's the Empty Tome that works with the but I'm not evolve or anything, so I'm pretty certain that we need max level then on. Use Banner Snakes. We do have quite a few rerolls also, you know, so no, my fight money. Right, so it is. If we get Laurel, though, by the way, Laurel is the one that gives you the shield thing, right? Yeah, Laurel and the Metal Gear left and Metal Gear right is the thing that allows you to not take too much damage. Yeah, for more lives. bad thing is we don't have any evolution yet, and they can fire twice. There's quite a lot of stuff that can fire twice. Yeah, Slash has a lot of stuff, actually. Oh, look at that! That spoils what you need with the Reaper sight, because that's definitely the sight you get from the evolved axe, and that seems to go with Summon Spirit. Is what it looks like there. Yeah, that is what it looks like. And that's the Million Cat there. Effect depends on random results and play stats. Luck improves treasure chest. And it also says growth improves the crystals. Greed improves gold pickups. Curse enemies can move speed and health. So I haven't tried out this before, so it could be a risk taking this. I'm trying to mix that out of Saboteur now, so hopefully next yes can evolve a bunch of stuff. There should be healing items over here though. Often there are, at least. Empty tome. Because we need to make sure kind of that we don't ban certain like base weapons, right? Because if we can use the whole unions, you know. Yeah, one more level on the outer Saboteur. One more level, I need to wait for that. I think right. Because we don't have the Pomarola yet. I could have picked that up if we had the Pomarola though. What does it be? Get that, Saboteur, Anura. Do we use to roll aggressively for the thing? We would need Bracer with a knife. Yes. Now we roll. Banish Minotaur Sweep. Banish a Marble up there. Banish Mace. Knife. And that's Royal Flush. Evolve Fibonacci Speed has a 50% chance to fire. Wow. 1, 2, 3, or 5 other weapons. So is it random the weapons? Oh, Pomarola. Absolutely fantastic. And I don't technically want to pick up the silver ring yet, even though, you know, normally I would use, you know, want to get it right away here. Frogs are already maxed out though, so, you know. To get Chroma's mana, which might be a risk to do here. I didn't see that there. The frogs were definitely blocking it. What is it? That's like a death. But almost see through. I mean, we evolved the weapon that we needed, of course, obviously, you know. So we're technically already down, technically, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Okay, nice. Oh, and I think we can immediately level up. Look at that. I technically really wanted a garlic though. Marola. Knife. Knife, this should be garlic, right? Yeah. Soul Eater, yeah. Oh, power increases when you recover HP, so it doesn't recover HP by default. Knife. And this should be... Yeah, this is the Evolved Frogs. Dark Frogamorphosis. So it's the, you know, Dark Metamorphosis, you know, Dark Frog. So that's a union, so that frees up a slot. And now we want to go with... but we don't have bracer, we can have it. So we cannot evolve the knife. Because we don't have the bracer. But we don't have 3 of that yet. So we can pick up the thing, of course, because we can still get armadillos. If we get the other purple thing. So yeah, but otherwise I want to get the... We want to get the Wallman Way. We want to get the Wallman Way basically, because that goes with the 1000 cuts, of course. So we want to get Wallman Way. Yeah, so they're actually recovering me health. Karamas mana. Right, it's gonna be over here actually. Right, then it does spawn a guardian. But is that the... That looked like it was a troll bomb. No. Yeah, that's the fire thing. I mean, normally, right, because normally Armadillo is not supposed to like drop randomly and stuff that, you know. The base area and the effect lasts longer as well, you know. In worst cases, though, we could just try and get the thing. Banish Starflail. Banish Minotaur. Banish 7 wings. Alright, maybe not. That might have been one of the combinations. Banish Optical Shot. Okay. Why does it sometimes, like, it do the zoom out automatically? There's a purple chest here somewhere though. Where's the purple chest? Don't tell me it's out there somewhere. Alright, it's over here. Come on. We need Armadillo. Hail from the future. The Monosator. Because we want to hope for the Armadillo now, so we can get the I want to hope for the Armadillo, so we can get the Bracer. I don't know, I haven't even picked up any of the special things yet. Centaurus Custos. How many rerolls do we have? We have 18 rerolls. There's a lot of rerolls also on the stage. There is one like right above us, it seems like. No, you're slightly off to this way. Banish Rock Ride. Right, we already picked it up. Good. It's actually better sometimes to use everything in like that. Banish the Mozzarella. Because we have already done like so many Castlevania, all the Castlevania weapons, right? Because around we did, it was just in the adventure where we didn't do, where we don't have as many weapons now. Curved knife. Now, of course, we just want to pick up the one away from the Mozzarella variant. Ooh, summon spirit though. But yeah, no bad discus. Because summon spirit are one of the things we need, of course, obviously. I do remember we figured out the magic wand or the fire wand rather. Oh, that's just the thing we need for the bracer. And it's not super far away. Come on, Armadillo. Damn, platinum. We could banish the cross also, but yeah, we need bracer. Bracer. Phaser. And there's other card speeder. Banish. Fire. Bracer. Yo. One more way immediately so we don't have to get more weapons. Where's one more way? Yo. Right, and we shouldn't need max braces, this should just be the, 1000 edge. And now we just need the one more way levels. Good. We only have 2 more revivals though, so we're not out of this yet. So many enemies. Not survive this because this is not even the hardest. I mean, we have to hope where we can get enough warm always here quick enough, because if we can get another chest here from something, then we might save ourselves here. It's just that there's very little space here. The other area off to the right is easier to survive in. Technically, there's a freeze also. How close is the freeze? Not super close. And it's like really super dangerous to try and go somewhere. Yo. Million cats. Yeah. you know one more way in Thousand Age. And I freeze up space. So then do we go with Ice Brand next? Because we know that Ice Brand went with Rune Tracer, or basically the future thing there and stuff that we know that. And we know now that that cycle goes with the Summon Spirit. Alright, we did get a freeze here. Perfect. So maybe we go just up towards where the freezes are here and hope. Right, I did pick up one of the freezes, so one of the freezes should be over there. Get the bracer here. Oh no, I picked it up by mistake there. That might be okay though. So what do we roll for otherwise? Ice Brand or the Rune Tracer. Ice Brand or Rune Tracer is what I really want. But we might not be able to get them. Ice Brand or Rune Tracer. Yo. But we don't have the passive right for the Rune Tracer, no, we need armor for that. But of course, since we can get more armadillos, we can still do it. Do we use... No, we need help because that could just save our life. Actually, this is very good because we're gaining a lot of levels here. This is used with the game's default speed, by the way. There is something that has a freezing effect, it seems like, though. We're having the bronze finger on, that's actually saving us here. Yo, armadillo. No, don't get that. So armadillo there. So what did we say we need for the Rune Tracer? Armor. Rune Tracer's already maxed out, so this should be the Union, yes, the future. Well, not the Union, but Evolution. And now we will need to get the Ice Band from the candy box. This guy has respawned, so we did survive the tough part. I get one more revive. Absolutely insane. I'm just gonna lie, that's pretty crazy. You know. And normally I know that they can also like spawn from something, but I forgot exactly what it is that can cause those things to spawn, because there are other ways to get to where the car locators are. Which is the closest one? I think so. That one is 1, 2, 3 of those away. 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 on the left. Okay, so we will need the Ice Brand with this. So right, we probably need to go far enough down first, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But because the main problem is we end up in this situation where we get to one of these fields, and this doesn't lead over. Because there are certain ones that are just a dead end. And stuff that does not lead over. So we need to make sure that it's gonna be the next one here. And this might just kill the run getting this here, if it's right here. It's gonna be over here. Right? How close are we? Yeah, so there's gonna be another reroll here. The rerolls are of course useful. I think it's gonna be... Yeah, it's gonna be here. Somewhere. Is so Subawarochi. So we have yet a Cavallo. Start gaining one amount every 10 levels, maximum 3 times. So you know, that is pretty decent. Risk: enemy health is currently increased by 20% and damage by 10%. So that's the first risk that you have. And I don't know if that risk is always something that activates, but yeah. So with Mario we get that prostration, but we get minus 30% movement speed, but we do get 30% projectile speed as well. Start gaining 10% speed. So yeah, so per pass is just absolutely insane. Because yeah, it's just 6% area, 6% might, 6% duration, 6% speed. And then she gains 0.5 might, projectile speed, duration, and area every level. Every single level. This is insane, by the way. Max 5 times, so we can gain 50% more growth from this. And then she gain banishes, rerolls, and skips. And if you select boost, by the way, it doesn't boost the current ones, it actually does change with ones appear. So you know, this is a bit like I thought that boost, this will just increase the rarity of the thing and just give you a stronger version, but that's not what it does. So now technically it is like having a certain amount of curse. So I kind of wish here that they would also show you the amount of like how much stronger enemies are, but yeah. But it's pretty crazy here. So we have 8 more banishes now. It's not that, you know. Oh, candy box. So we need the ice band. Ice band, Mr. Candy Box, please. Please, Mr. Candy Box. Please give me an ice band. Thank you. And that's gonna unionize with another thing which is gonna free up another slot, by the way. And then we can get the axe. So yeah, level 22 there. Alright, so that's how you count the levels. Start getting 10% every 5 levels, max 5 times. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so yeah, so 25 levels. So once she is level 25 then, because is it card that gains levels when I gain level? Is the question, you know. So now I actually understand easier how to move on the stage, come on. Okay, so we need the silver chest for evolution. And of course this area here shouldn't lead to a thing that crosses over. No, it does. Okay. But I know I've run into squares like this that have used been like dead ends and stuff like that, you know. So where's the next one? The next one will be over there, so... Yo, is it just lag enough now? Yeah, because our movement speed isn't crazy, we used to have enough lag now. So we can use walk through stuff. Yeah, we just walk a little bit over here, you know. Now it will become easier to just pick up all of them, you know, and stuff that, you know. Put this over here somewhere. Is it though? I mean, technically, yeah, it's over here. Okay. Och så lämnar jag dessa gala. 20% luck. Start gaining one amount every 10 levels, max 2 times. So you can get 30 again. Professione di amore. After 80 levels, but that's like the... That's a Surbarot specific bonus from the gala. Wait, but isn't that what the character is called? Isn't that like the evolved version of the character? Gains 1 character speed every level. Ooh. That's a holo version of CS1 double passe. Yeah, enemy health is currently increased by 40% and damage by 20%. The Revolver out gains 4 levels instead of 1 when you level up. Ooh. Start gaining 1 amount every 10 levels. That gives you curse. Ooh, 30% more gain. Start gaining 1 revival every 11 levels. So you can get 3 revivals from that. Yo, this though. Because it's 1 amount and it's 20 plus luck, and then it's... You wanna see that. When we can get another... Yeah, there's an Armadillo here out in the middle of nowhere. We count so we can level up faster. No. Right. And there's one directly to the north. Oh yeah, that's... Oh? Right. How much XP? Growth 89%, that's pretty decent. Because 100% of course means here that it's... But one thing that I liked when you see the explain, like Megabonk, is that in that instead of the growth like being in percentage, it's instead okay, this is how many times it is, like you have 2 times the XP, right? Then it's like 2.x0 or whatever is how it kind of displays it and stuff that, so you have like 2 times the XP and stuff that, or 3 times the XP, because instead of like being like 100% of course would be double growth, so it would be the double XP basically, that would be like 2.0x or whatever, right? If there would be 100% growth, that's just double the speed, double the thing. From 100% growth, that is basically doubling it. Because if it would be used, you know, if you would start with 100%, then 200% would be required for it to be double XP basically. and stuff that. If the equilibrium would already start at 100%. But since growth starts at 0, that means that 100% will be double and stuff that. So right, so if you would have a game where 100% is just normal XP gain, then 200% would be of course double and stuff that. So, yeah. But here of course once you reach, now we have 105%, so we have like 2.5? Right, yeah, 2.5. She's level 39, but why can't she gain even more levels then? Because it makes no sense. Or does that level up the card eventually so it becomes like 2 stars? Because yeah, I mean this is like a way to limit break without limit breaking, I feel like, you know. Oh, come on. Okay, good. You just need a lag, you know. I don't know who all these Ballato characters are, by the way, because I haven't played Ballato yet, even though I do have it on PlayStation, because it was actually free for a while, because from my understanding it's basically almost like, it's almost like a rogue, like card game. And like, you can just reach ridiculous numbers and then like you build your deck or whatever, right? How much further down is this? I don't see a chest here. Even if we zoom out a ton. So like, is it like super far down? Is that the thing? Like, what am I going toward here? Like, sorry, if we had insane movement speed then this wouldn't be a problem. Nah. So the question is, what happens when we get more than 3? Do you just upgrade the ones we already have at that point? Oh, there's something though. I wanna see how crazy our damage is. Because we're not limit breaking, of course, obviously. Silver chest! That didn't give us anything though. Guess maybe I was wrong. Because that is the vault version of the thing. But maybe I was wrong then. Because I thought that was with the ice brand. Or maybe it was just something that didn't make any sense. Maybe it was just with the Dark Rift. No, but let's just select Summon Spirit here. Because we have another thing here. So then we can get the axe. Because we know that the axe, of course, what is it the axe goes with normally? Yeah, the axe needs the kind of Labrador, which we do not have yet. Yes, I did the music broke, of course, obviously, even though this is normal speed, you know, so you know. Maybe there is a way to restart the music though. And maybe it's just the lag fix or whatever, but I don't get that as an option anymore when you start the game and stuff like that. But maybe I did choose the dialogue box to not have it appear anymore. The boss enemy is It takes a while to die. So that is level 76. What did it say? After 80 levels. So maybe it's actually talking about evolving the card. That's what it actually does. But is this just the character that has the effect? But since you can collect numbers here, 5, and this is 3, yeah, and there probably wouldn't be a hidden secret, you know, like only get all the different dice numbers, you know, most of that or something, you know. But yes, also these of course these all things, so that one specific character would be able to find these on any specific stage, because the thing is that you need to play on the Galato stage to find these cards and stuff that, you know, you cannot find them on any other stage. So I'm guessing they're probably gonna add a passive in the future so you can find it on any other stage or whatever, right? Because they add a lot of replay value and a lot of craziness and stuff that, like, do you take the risk, you know, and stuff that to get certain of them, you know, and stuff like that, yeah. So this is here, right? Yeah. And sometimes there's a risk though to pick up certain things. There it is. Bianca Ramba, 20% growth, not gaining one amount. Inverts more starting bonuses. Right, so you gain minus on those. Yeah, accumulating NV cards reduces the risk factor. Enemy health is currently increased by 54% and damage by 27%. And that's a mid-level power step, which starts gaining 10% growth. Start gaining 30 max health over 5 levels, max 5 times, and that's just +1 by default. Ooh. Boost. Yo. The Mario. Llama has the scary thing here. Start gaining 10% curse every 5 levels, max 5 times, so you can get 50% curse. But you do gain 2 armor and 30% might. 1 armor after defeating a set amount of enemies, 1k, 5k and 10k. So like that's 3 plus extra armor, so that's 5 extra armor from Llama. Start gaining 1 amount over 10 levels, so 30 against 1 coin after defeating thing. It's but why is it only 1 coin? 1k, 2k, 3k, or does that mean that you can continue on gaining it? Doubles most starting bonuses. 800% area. 10% movement speed. Area bonus is lost over 5 levels. Yo. So you gain 1 might and 1 might, so you have double might growth on that. 20% area, start gaining minus 5% cooldown if I lose max 2 times. This is actually the most insane. It doesn't look like it, but it's because this gains you cooldown. And it's only gonna be like, what is it, 15% cooldown? No, boost. 40% growth. Okay. Hello. Ooh. 10% greed, 20% growth, start gaining 10% duration every 5 levels. So 50% duration. Gain 1 reroll every level. On revive, reduce current curse by 20%. Yo, that's pretty insane. Start gaining 1 amount of 10 level skin and anime armor toss you after 80 levels. Gets a temporary 100% cooldown reduction when skipping a level up. So the more you skip level ups, you know. But that one you want to get early then. I really want these. Let's go. Can you do better than that? Ooh. 10% cooldown. Minus. Right, but minus cooldown is good. Because the cooldown minus 55%, yeah, that's positive. Minus 30% might is pretty bad. Start getting 10% luck. So you can gain 50+% luck from this. Yeah, 50% luck. 1 plus revival, start gaining 10% duration every 5 levels. Start gaining 10% speed. Start gaining 10% movement speed. Area bonus, yeah, you always have the whole area bonus. That you lose the area bonus. Maybe we should try and get a 5-star top here. AT max health. Yeah, let's just go with Antonio Pass now. Yo. 40% duration gains 1 per extra speed. Nah. Foil. Warmer cover only by allies, that would be great with specific characters, but yeah. So 2 stars. Ooh, 3-star. 90% minus 90% cooldown. Start gaining 10% area. And then cooldown bonus is lost. Yeah, that's still worth it though. Because more area and then you just get a lot of cooldown immediately. Right. And the next thing is over here. Like over to the other side. What is that? Alright, I didn't have Summon Spirit maxed out yet. Right, and what did we need with the X, by the way? With the X we need Candelabra, oh yeah. So we need to go over there where that thing is. And that's actually where the chest is. I think that's where the chest is. So it's like insanely far down. Yeah, I know it's a bit annoying that the music just disappears and that you can't like restart the music or whatever, but yeah. So 1-star, 1-star. So that's another number 5. Stuff that I don't know if those things matter then. You know. I mean, we could just get lucky also and just get that, like a turbo candy box and stuff that, you know. Your candy box, no, Right, so what, let's get the... Yeah, soul steel. And actually, sword borders is actually part of those getting the swords, by the way, because the things that you need is I forgot if you needed Heaven's Sword. Maybe you did actually. So you need Curse and that so you can get Heaven's Sword. Heaven's Sword is one of the swords, by the way. Yeah, this thing is not. I mean, technically you could say that this is the Master on the Castlevania and stuff there, but yeah. But anyway, you get the Heaven's Sword. And then you need all the other stuff I think was from Castlevania though. But you need the Heaven's Sword. You need the Heaven's Sword. You need the Turfing. You need the Alucard Swarb. Or the Alucard Swords. But yeah, you need the Turfing as I said. And I don't think the evolved version counted there. I believe you needed the Ice Band. The Ice Band, the One More Way. And then there's only one more. Yeah, and Sword Brothers. And I don't know if you could get the evolved version and still count if you could like... No, you could actually get the Confodera, the first version of it. Whatever, but yeah. Or maybe it doesn't matter with what swords you get, just that you make sure that there's just the swords that you get, you know. Yeah, because, I mean, that would mean that you would have to lock certain of the evolved version of certain weapons and stuff that right, you know. But maybe it's just because the weapons, they say specifically needs to be a weapon that slays vampires and stuff like that. Which is why technically the Victory Sword counts. Like, not the evolved version of the Victory Sword, but just the regular Victory Sword. Which is funny because the Victory Sword never shows up in the regular evolution book. Which has always been like rather weird, but like why doesn't it show up, you know, and stuff that, like, you know. It makes no sense, you know, and stuff there, because yeah. Because, I mean, you even have... rather way less pages than there used to be. No, here's the Santa Javelin and the the Fandango thing and stuff that. So yeah, that's weird. Why doesn't the Victory Sword show up with its evolution and stuff that? Like, that is weird. That's very weird. But yeah, I want to see what happens when we get one more, by the way. Now the main problem we would need, of course, to get more armadillos, by the way, as well. Yeah, our level are pretty crazy so far. And sadly, of course, they don't show you any curse because these things work quite different from just regular curse because it doesn't scale the same way as regular curse does, you know. Because right there's two more on the stage that you can get. Just, you know. Right, then if we don't gain one more, by the way, if we don't gain anything more here from this... zoom in. Good. Oh, that's okay what it was. Professione di amore. Yeah, that's the weapon. So it's pretty cool. There's the thing. That's a 3-star. Oh, critical damage plus 100%. 30 max health. Max 5 times, that's actually pretty good. Ooh, increase enemy spawn quantity by 50. Yo. Yo, actually you can have 4. So that's the foil version of that, and that's the Gala version. So let's go to the absolute crazy thing of going down to this thing. Yeah, you know, off with damage numbers, off with flashing VFX. Yo, that's a big thing. And it's dead. Nami? I wonder if they're gonna make the Balatro reference, which basically is that the game, from my understanding, from how Balatro works, is eventually you use the casting key. But the number things gets too big and then you use the wing basically or stuff like that. Because there's a maximum limit of how long you can play and stuff like that. But yeah, but supposedly the deck building is supposed to be like a really fun version of it and stuff that like it works like a role game, you know, and stuff like that, you know. We do take a lot of damage if we go into enemies. I forgot to see what amount of curse it is comparable to at this point. We do have a few revives left. We only have 2 revives left though, but they will worth a lot now at this point. I really want to try and go down there and grab that thing. So then we have 5. This is why you want to keep moving, because otherwise you might just get overwhelmed here. Because of course this stage was a 30-minute stage and stuff like that, so you know. A little bit more to the left is where we need to go. And what was the level bonus? Yeah, 10% area. You lose the cooldown bonus very quick, of course, obviously, but you know. Wow. The last revive is worth 500. Or extra. Ooh. Yeah, come on, there's only 30 more seconds, we need to survive. Put this up. Spot. Come on, there's just a few more seconds. And then it becomes easy again. Now we're safe. safe. Yo, there's the merchant. Yeah, very, very close. How close? God damn it. If we can get up here, we can get another revive. Yo, let's go. And of course, if you run inverse, by the way, if you run inverse, where you can just get the thing, by the way, there. No. Okay, so right, so we just need to go down. Okay. Slightly more. Yeah, but it seems like used enemies do a lot of damage now, even though we have 16 armor. Which is why if we would have gotten both of the... If we would have gotten like the Laurel, for example, we could have just gotten the cloak, the Infinity Shroud, or whatever we call it. Which is absolutely insane, but yeah, I would like to do a quick thing in Castlevania. I think you can do it very, very quickly if we have time and stuff like that, you know, one just can get this fun things and how crazy the curse can get. Because we could just die super quickly here and stuff there, I think, if we use stay still, you know. And of course this is with 0x as well. How close? Okay. So just slightly more up. Yeah, this is the one that's damn it's so hard to see though. It should be right up here. Yeah, so enemy health is currently increased by 80% and damage by 40%. So is that by each card? Because that seems like... I want to see a 5-star though. If they can go up to 5 stars. Because like what would a 5-star be like? Or is 3 stars the maximum? I just want to see, man. It seems like the 3-star is the maximum, but I don't have super high luck, and I don't know if luck is what actually affects it. The 3-star is still on the like the highest thing we've seen. Just have so much cast though, so we can just keep rolling, you know. Yeah, 3 stars again seems to be the absolute highest. No, but there's no way that 3 stars is the highest. Like that seems like really odd. Like why is there so much space on the card? It definitely seems like there would be able to be 1 more or 2 more, you know. Like why couldn't they say what the maximum amount is, right? You know, that all these, like 3 is the highest or whatever, you know. I'm gonna roll a few more times here. Wow. It is way more expensive now. So it's 49,999, right? Yeah. I mean, what did Poe do, by the way? Because the characters do certain specific things, of course, obviously. I want to check what Poe does again if we see Poe show up. HP critical. Gain 40% max health. Gain 40 max HP. Recover 30% health. Let's just go with Poe here. Yeah, that was maybe a waste, but yeah, that's all the ones on the stage, I think. Yeah. So that's 5 cards, which is absolutely crazy, man. Max 5 times, yeah. Yeah, but let's do that. I think we have 2 unlocks, Fibonacci Spirits and Chigot. Oh. Huh. I don't remember having to activate it again if it... Because, you know, I do remember like the activate... Or maybe it's just that when you start up the game again, it just resets these to the default damaging numbers and the flashing VFX and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I can always find Servarots, which is what this guy had as a special effect as well. The guy up here. And maybe they should add a filter here so that you can just filter away characters, you know. If there's a specific section, right? So you could filter like, okay, like which one was in this patch of this game and stuff that, you know, so you could just filter down like, you know, because, you know. But shouldn't it be after the... Yeah, there it is, yeah. Can always find Servarots, get a Servarot multiplier equal to log 10. Which is weird. But yeah, golden eggs. So does that mean that you need an insane amount? Or is that a specific, like log 10 means that there's a specific amount of golden eggs you need? You know? Because that just means that you only need to get 10 golden eggs or whatever, right? You know, because that seems like very low. I feel like it would be way more. And it starts with using skip when leveling up has a chance to trigger Servarots left. Oh, damn it. Can always find Servarots. So you can always find it regardless of the stage. Has a Servarot level multiplier of 4K. Can always find Servarots. Starts with a Servarot draft. Reduces boss health. And block some special attacks. That's interesting. Yes, bananas. Bananas. Anyway, let's do one of the secret things, which is just very easy, which I was correct with. So you need Fleaman. We could just go with one weapon if we want to, but now let's go with Fleaman. Or the Castlevania, just Hyper Hurry, Arcanas. Nice. Auto Castlevania, good. And we actually want to have yeah, it takes a while to load in this stage. Yeah, we have some time left. Let's go for weight just. So he doesn't start with any weapons, of course, obviously. At all. So you might think that, oh, you need divine bloodlines to be able to do something, but yeah. And you can see there how that had a union with that, but yeah. So we couldn't do the thing with the ice brand, even though I'm pretty certain that Hail from the Future was the correct thing. Because I'm pretty certain that we did get that, you know. I just immediately fucking died. Storm, Grand Cross, Soul Steel. Pokemon could just level up on its own. Yeah, let's just do the Throw Bomb. So Butters. Okay, so Knuckle. He has fucking 1 health, man. But we have a lot of revives. We can go and grab a revive over here. Nice. And just go inside the castle. I think the castle is still absolutely massive. And right, we could have just teleported to the horse thing. You know. But technically, right, they came up with even more teleports there than in like the original game and stuff. That's right. You know, this definitely feels more like they were inspired by like the, you know, the Harmony of Despair. No, I thought it was in here in this corridor where it is. But because if we go up to the top left, right. No, because this is the giant bat. I thought it was in this corridor where it was, but no. So that's not the correct location. But it might be this corridor then. Because it's not out in the forest, I know that it's not the boss out there. Because we need to defeat both Slog and Gabon, and I think we need to have both of them out at the same time, I was gonna say. Actually, we have 2 max health now, but because awake, 10% max health, so yeah, so actually, if we do get Hollow Heart, that would be good, by the way. We should actually aggressively roll for Hollow Heart, by the way. We just need to be so super careful with this, you know. This is not easy, of course. If we would have just had less enemies, then this would have been no problem. Come on. Bat. They should give us some invulnerability for a little while at least. Well, we only need to get to that. Here we go. Max health. Wait, it didn't really increase by anything. Yeah, we need levels. Right, he doesn't actually level up. Is that the case? No, so we should have gone and defeated bosses. Is what we should have done. That's why I didn't know that Fleaman was an actual challenge run. Right, so we should have defeated the boss in the forest, I feel like. Treasure chest. Yeah, that's worth going back to actually, I think. Go like an air though. 3 max health. I mean, you do have some pretty decent armor with this character. Is this where Slog and Gabon is? I forgot. Or is this just Medusa? This Medusa, this was a bad idea. Come on. Yo. But so it has... No, it has pretty low luck, but I'm guessing it's used as a modifier. Because you cannot gain levels normally. How many revives? 2 revives left. And maybe they use this Logan Gammon here. I forgot, I thought it was in the first corridor here. This Logan Gammon is. Or is it gonna be their default boss room? Because that would be insane. If we need to go where their default boss room is. Or maybe they did spawn together. Because yeah, I mean, we could otherwise use to redo the run and redo it, you know, with come on, legendary. Yeah, he must have some sort of modifier though. Right. Because there's no way with 40% luck that you're this lucky with this character. You already stuck and got on, okay, good. You just need to kill them and then we get the unlock. I just want to see how strong you can actually get though. Because we do have some time left, you know, and stuff that, you know, so, you know. We get 5 health. I mean, we will gain 10% max health though. From having, like, from dying. Maybe if we could get laurel somehow, you know. From candy books, I guess. You know, that could be something. Maybe just teleport out though at this point. Maybe just teleport out, or do we try and go for the Pomagus? Because I mean, if we can get the 2 Pomagus, that would be pretty good. And the fact that we have Armadillos means that we could get certain things. But yeah, the main problem is of course that both the laurel and the clock lancet is the thing, because you know, if we get, for example, if we would get the cloak, by the way, oops, if you do get the cloak, here the cloak, so Metal Gear left and Metal Gear right, which is, I mean, technically they are bottom stage, right? Yeah. One of the Metal Gears is there. I forgot if both of them were there. The gold ring is on the stage and the silver ring. I think both Metal Gears are on the stage. They almost died there. But we did take a little damage there though. That's big. Damn it. I mean, the Pomarola recovery would be absolutely insane due to the fact that our health is very low though. I'm zooming in because then that makes... Yeah, so we need to go over here and then we need to go up. What's actually in there? Ooh, and that's the proper thing. We could actually be cheeky with it and get... You know, normally I would want to take just Mad Grove here, but let's go with the one Bloodlines. Because then we could walk into enemies and gain more max health. Which, you know, would be risky to do. this is insane. So yeah, so right now we're at 7 health and that revives us with 8. We have one more revive. And keep in mind that yes, we would have been able to pick up a shit ton of things if we would have selected Mad Grove instead. Yeah, so he starts with Game Killer. Experience crystals turn into exploring projectiles. Our treasure chest contains at least 3 items, yeah. So that's... You're right, so it's over here somewhere. So is there another way inside here? Yeah, some maybe... Nah. Whatever. There it is. Yo, it's creature! Yo. Risking it for the biscuit. Nice. Yeah, the fact that 3 is the minimum. Yeah, and I'm not saying no to for the door. You're 15 health. Yo. I mean, that's pretty... I mean, that's pretty crazy, man. Something else now. Actually, this is pretty crazy, right? So this character is a challenge mode character technically and stuff that, you know. You wouldn't think that this character could get strong, you know, and stuff that, so we only have like 20 health. So we could literally use that one shot that if we would have had like curse on, you know, and stuff that, yeah. So this is probably the character that is best with the $1, and I know yes you have like the bird character that also has like very very low health. The bad thing is we haven't gone in the extra levels on Soul Steel. So right, so I do definitely want to walk into enemies on purpose, of course. Because that can be used to increase the max health even more. Because if you don't do it early on, of course if we don't do it early on, you know, of course things are pretty bad. Yo, now we need to survive. Oh, so we can eat up. Oh, I was the last survive. Yes. These rooms are pretty bad. Come on, sing this up. Empty Tom would have been absolutely insane here though. Because the thing is that the Soul Steel can like save us and stuff that, you know. That's huge. There's another chest though. Is that enough to save us though? The Soul Steel, because you see the Soul Steel doesn't trigger very often. There's the Belmont here. Or like an evil version of the Belmont. Yo, the chest. Because eventually there's just gonna be Soul Steels left that can gain levels. Yeah. Oh, there's only Soul Steel left now. Okay, there's a chicken over here. Oh no, it's the soul steals, good. It's pretty insane now. Oh yeah, the artwork from the different things. That's cool. Yo. Harry? Armor. Duplicator? Did we pick up the silver ring? Yeah, we did. Like what the heck we used. Yeah, because that's used because there's so many weapons and now at once it's luck. That's actually pretty hilarious, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 weapons. Yeah, so that has definitely disproven that you cannot have, but maybe that's just because we have way less, you know, passives. So there's going to be a boss over here, obviously. Right there. Where you face, you know, normally doing doppelganger. We only get forced to use one weapon. No, he's dead already. Because Freeman is weak. So you know that was easy to defeat. Pretty hilarious, actually. I'm right. Do we have all the parts for the... Yeah. So they are individual weapons, they're not luck. Because you can see that it's plus. How it shows it plus. For example, because if you check like Alucard sword, you can see it's equals basically means that it continues on evolving and stuff that, you know. Oh, there's another chest. Another chest. I'm not sure what the clock is, by the way, also. Because, you know, 3 hours, you know. I kind of wish that you could do play the real lifetime and stuff that as well. Oh yeah, there's... So there's several bosses we could have done outside. I think they should just be open now. Okay, and this is piece of course also. Mom is about all the flies. There's of course nothing up here, there's no black continuing path there. And there's nothing there of course, and there's only no this is actually fine. Jag har just stått. Right there. Oops. I fell down. So something is giving us a shield, even though there is no Laura on this map. Is that a Prometheus effect? No. That's not what Prometheus look like. What is it? I need to remember that at certain bosses also drop items. Because I was just want to see if there's some of the unlocks that are maybe like easy, or maybe there are certain songs, you know, that, you know, because normally we give you rounds for like kill the bosses, but maybe they have added more stuff to all the bosses, you know. I don't want to go too long, over 3 hours, because then like the file size just increases by an insane amount. And I'm going to go to the library. I don't know if they could have made it so that you could have had music switching from the doors and stuff like that, so you could have like all the library music actually playing in the library and stuff like that, so you could actually have actual music and stuff like that. Or if you could customize the music yourself, like what music do I want in what area or whatever, like, you know, that could be helpful. Oh man, it's the last light. Yeah. I have the shield now. Oh yeah, they put pot killing clubs. So there's technically a thing inside here, and I forgot where the entrance is. I think the entrance is further down to that actually. Right, we actually let's go down and kill this boss first here. Yeah, I thought there were a passageway down there now, but we need to go all the way to the side. There's no entrance, yeah, there's an entrance just here. Or maybe that was just because the game was lagging enough. Can't go through that, not bad enough. Right, then this boss. Just over here. Nice. Missed. Nice. I don't know what we're gonna do all of it because there's just so many bosses left. Because there's technically underground area, so like one, yeah, it's just. We're just gonna stop here. So that didn't give us any unlocks, but yeah. So we did 1.15 million damage with the troll bomb, which is the highest. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Right? Yeah. That's pretty insane, yeah, level 1, so yeah, you know. And the Slogan Garbon. Adapt with Trident, always followed by Garbon, gets enraged if partner dies. And of course, Slogan and Garbon, adapted to Fire Wand, always followed by Slogger, gets enraged if partner dies, flies. So you can choose who to play of them and stuff, but yeah. So it's the, of course, the, what do you call it? Huge cut button with 6 swords forged to slay vampires, yeah. Meaning you need, of course, the victory sword. That Queen Sigma normally starts with. And of course you cannot quote-unquote get eggs, that's the whole thing, but yeah, yes, like just the insane amount of rerolls, skips and vanish, and stuff like that, yeah. And yeah, so you need the victory sword. You need, of course, the Vanmo itself. Or you need the victory sword. You need, I believe, you do need the heaven sword. So you need the evolution of the cross. And I forgot if you could do it with any character though, or if there was a specific character you need to do it with. You know, but yeah. Cat batter, I forgot if that meant that it was a specific stage you needed to do it on. Alright, you need to do it on the hair plant. Because that's why they call it cat batter. With 6 swords forged to slay vampires and stuff like that, yeah. You combine hammer and cross, that just requires you to do the whole heaven sword along with the cross. You used to get the thing, but you need to do it on the correct character with the grave inheritor of the vampire killers. You need to do it with Nathan Graves. So you could select. No, that's just the whips, right? Yeah, that's just the whips, I think. But actually, let me just test here. It doesn't really matter what stage I just want to check which. Yeah, it's just the whips that it gives you. Yeah, it just gives you the whips. So yeah. So that's where you can spend the eggs, of course. And the character over here, by the way, is where you can get like unlocks. I'm just gonna go over there. I'm not just gonna have any weapon here. I'm just gonna, unless there's too far now, because this is where you get the unlocks to the. But I believe that the thing when I first went into this stage, it didn't show up. The Yoki disc didn't show up. Only the Emerald disc did and stuff like that. Yeah. So you need to get those there. Yeah. What else was there? So yeah, so you just need to do that combination there with Nathan Graves and stuff like that. So you need to get the. So you need to start with that, of course, and then you need so you need to have the cross. You need to have the cross, the clover, and then you just max those out. Get the heaven sword, and then you get the gun cross. You get the because they mean cross. Basically, they mean the grand cross and stuff like that, you know. Or wait, combine heaven and cross, and then you just get him that way. Yeah, and build one tower inside another. I don't think that required a specific character though. So you just require you to build the tower and stuff like that. And I don't think there was any other character that started with one of the tower weapons. You know, or maybe there was. Maybe with Medusa head. Right, Medusa head was the thing, right? Yeah, I think. No? I thought Medusa head was the thing. Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, no, that makes Medusa head there. Nah. But there are of course ones that require like very specific characters to be used to get certain other things, but yeah. So this one needs to be in Gallo Tower. And also if you select a character, for example, and then Gallo Tower, for example, so you need to build a tower inside of that, so you need to get all of those specific weapons and stuff like that, so yeah. Now we could of course just make things easier, you know, and stuff like that with certain things, but yeah. Slay an inverted skeletal spear with the version of Dominus, so that doesn't mean that you need a specific weapons, you just need to select you select Shano basically, and then you just go into the bomb zone stage, and it's I believe it's the big roly boy that you need to kill. Oh, it's in bestiaries. It shouldn't be too far down. Should it be before the snow map? Yeah, because this is part of the bone zone. Nah. Maybe it shows up further up. Nah. No, they aren't really in order. I thought they would be in order though. Yeah, there it is. Skedamari is what you need to defeat, this guy. The spinning bomb guy. The Skedamari is what you need to defeat. So you just need to go and slay the Skedamari, which is the rolling thing with Shanoa, and you get the stone skull. Yeah, but you need to do it in inverted mode, so yeah. And the summon now win the quest beneath the Gorgeous Moon, that's again a weapon evolution that we already did. That you use that specific tome, so you get that tome from the Master Librarian. And then you get the Gorgeous Moon, so you need to do Pentagram and stuff like that. And you need to do it with Simon specifically as the character. So where is the character? It's up here, yeah. Instead you can only choose with what whips to start with, so yeah. So you need to get the regular pentagram, and then you evolve the regular pentagram into the Gorgeous Moon, and then you combine that with the specific book and stuff like that. And you can pretty easily do it on the Castlevania stage, you don't need to do it on a specific stage. Well, I think so, yeah. And actually I started, didn't have any specific unlock things with it and stuff that, so people hadn't figured out how to do a starter. Because I do remember reading that, you just enter this code, whatever to get it, but a starter actually has a thing. So I'm guessing, since they say among the flowers, that means a specific stage. Yeah, because... Right. Yeah, Jonathan Morris is what you need to select. So you select Jonathan Morris as a character. Non-violence. So technically, since they say non-violence, that means that you don't use a single weapon on him. Like you select like any of these, for example, and then you go into the Molise, because that's the flower stage. Stuff that you just go into that. And then I forgot exactly what it was that you specifically needed to do and stuff that, but yeah. But anyway, that's actually gonna do it and stuff that, right? Because I cannot like go on too long here. But I really need to piece, that's the thing, and stuff that like I haven't pieced it in like a really long time now and stuff that, so yeah. Because, I probably should have pieced before I started the recording, and stuff that, but yeah. But I hope you all enjoyed this and stuff that, and I mean, we did do some of the unlocks and stuff that, we still need to do that one and stuff that, and the unlocks doesn't really tell you how much you have left to do sometimes. Sometimes it really has to do with the secrets and stuff that, right? Like they are just, Yeah, with the Jonathan Morris. The 10,000 forest frogs, that is used as a very specific stage. And actually the solo forest frogs, the funny thing is, it doesn't require you to kill frog enemies, it just requires you to use the frog union, the dark frogamorphosis. So you need to have the, the garlic, the garlic, so the unholy vesper or whatever you call it, right? And then you need a frog thing, and they combine, then you need to get 10,000 kills with the frogamorphosis, so it only counts the kills when you have gotten the evolution, so you just keep in mind of how many kills you have beforehand, and you just wait for 10,000 kills. Stuff that, yeah. And this, the Lying Reaper is actually the Purple Reaper. Specifically, actually, I can actually show you that. So it's the Purple Reaper enemy. I think it's just called Purple Reaper and it should be pretty far down. No, that's Reaper Trainee. Yeah, the Trickster. This is the one that you need to specialize in killing. Found they say that found in the inlaid library in Capella Magnum, but that's untrue. So the way you would do that is... Did they say that it was a specific character? I forgot. I'm almost pissing myself. Damn it. So you play as Hakuba, so Hakuba is the character you select. So you select this character. You can start with the book that you have, or you can select whatever book you want. And then what you want to do the boss rush. Because the boss rush is, of course, where you like face off against the bosses. And you can do that. And I forgot if you could get weapons on that stage or not. Or how it worked, I'm not 100% certain, But yeah. So you can just do the boss rush. And it's of course easier if you have like a bunch of eggs and stuff like that, but you could do it without probably. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy this and stuff that, I'm not going to start uploading the clip immediately, by the way, because I really need to go in peace. And probably relax a bit for a while to receive, but yeah. But I hope you all enjoy this, right? The next episode, I haven't decided exactly what we're going to do. We could do more of the battle stuff, we could do more of the secret unlocks, right? And I will probably do some of the secret like unlocks off screen, but I told you how to do some of them, at least, so yeah, so bonus for you that stayed and watched all of this, but I hope you all enjoyed this and I'll see you all next time.